got more laughs right here in front of us ready to get to. Yes, that's what it is. I'm hot as hell. That's why, and plus it's a laundry day. That's why I look like this, so don't judge, all right? I don't want to hear it. Welcome back to Eddie B TV. I am, of course, Eddie B. Nice to see y'all. And we are back at you again today for another reaction video. And new start to the stand-up week is right in front of us right here. And definitely gonna see how much new stuff we can come up with. Now, I told y'all yesterday that there was gonna be one thing for sure that was gonna be new on the stand-up end that we were gonna get to, but that's gonna be later on in the week, so please stay tuned for that. But for now, we got something else to get to, and it's gonna be another newbie that we have not gotten to on the channel. And we're gonna get into some David Arnold today. Okay, well, I've never heard of this guy before. Don't know anything about his history, what led him to this bit that we're going to get to today, I don't know. But yes, he's a newbie and we're going to get to what he has to say today. And this one is going to be titled, oh my goodness, I knew there was a reason why I picked this one. Okay, the title of this one is going to be How My Father and I Caught My Deaf Sister Having Sex. Oh boy. Okay, first of all, we got a deaf sister here, and then I'm hoping that she's somewhere in the at least later teens age, you know, because if it's something else that's probably going to be uncomfortable, I don't know what to look forward to, but we are definitely going to find out with this one. Okay, so we're going to get into this one, like I said. So yeah, let's do it. David Arnold with How My Father and I Caught My Deaf Sister Having Sex. And if you like this reaction, please boom on the like button for me one time. Subscribe to the channel, ring that bell, and leave a nice comment for your boy. Constructive critiques, leave a nice suggestion or request, and throw a couple zingers at your boy. Friendly dialogue, no drama here. Yes, cannot stress that enough. So yeah, keep that up here. All right, well, you know what? Ended the week last week with a couple of funny ones. One from Jimmy Carr and one from Catherine Tate. Nan, oh, I can never get enough of Nan. She's my favorite character, but yes, you know, that was yesterday and this is today. So let's go ahead and do it. David Arnold with How My Father and I Caught My Deaf Sister Having Sex, right here on Eddie B TV. New week of stand-up, y'all. Let's get back to the laughs. Oh, man. Titles to some of these videos, man, they got me laughing before I even see them. All right, let's get situated with this one here, and here we go.
Black families, we don't do emotional shit good. You know what I mean? Like we don't do that. Like, you know, my daughter Anna Grace, she learns differently, like a form of dyslexia. We went through testing to do shit to make sure that we got her the help she needs to be successful in school. Now she's a straight A student, right? But it's because my wife took the time to do what we needed to do to make sure she's okay. And it made me think about the fact that when I came up, we didn't do none of that shit for us. I have a sister, Robin, she's deaf. You would have thought that Robin being deaf, somebody in our family would know sign language.
Seriously? Damn, that's cold.
One person, just none of us. Oh, when we talked to my sister Robin, we just yelled and stomped. That's all we did. Robin, telephone, telephone!
Telephone?
Our whole life, that was normal. And I learned early on, though, that Robin has selective hearing. She hear what she want to hear. Okay. Right? I'm like, Robin, you want some ice cream? Uh-huh. You gonna help us wash these dishes, right?
Oh, crickets.
Bitch, you hear us. But we could not communicate with her the way we should have. And this backfired on my father when I was about 12. I'll never forget it, which means Robin had to be about 17.
Oh, okay.
Right? And it was a Sunday. We were all in the living room watching TV. And from a distance, all of a sudden you heard, uh-huh, yeah, uh-huh,
oh,
yeah.
Oh, no, really?
And my father was like, what the fuck is that noise? I don't know. It kept going, uh-huh, yeah, uh-huh, yeah. my father gets up to go investigate, and I go with. We're walking through the house, and the sound is getting louder. We start to go down the steps into the basement. And halfway through, I know what's going on.
Okay.
I'm 12, he's 38. I know this nigga knew too. And the closer we got to the sound, the slower my father started to walk. You would have thought that we was in a haunted house at 3 o'clock in the morning. This nigga was... Yeah. He comes around the corner. In the room is Robin and her boyfriend fucking like it ain't no tomorrow. Okay. Now, what you understand, he deaf too.
Oh my God.
So they don't hear shit.
Oh, no.
They, yeah. My father didn't know what to do. I walked in, I went, oh shit. My father, he trying to reach out and touch the dude, but he hold on to me, I'm holding on to the door. It's like he thought if he touched him, he gets sucked into some kind of threesome. That didn't work, so he's standing as far as I am from you, I swear to God. And my father starts doing this. Stop this fucking... They don't hear shit. Yeah.
Oh. No. Oh, hell no, man.
On the nightstand was a glass of water. My father picked up the water and threw it on both of them. Like two little puppies, they shot in two different directions.
Oh, that's the end of it. Oh my God, you gotta be kidding me. Oh my goodness, man. If I ever, it makes you think about a lot of different scenarios that might be going on in your head, man. But oh my goodness, that has to be one of the most ridiculous stories I've ever heard in my life. Whew, man. I got a couple of things to say, but still. All right, so that was a David Arnold with how my father and I caught my deaf sister having sex. Okay. Whew. Okay, take a deep breath on that one. Okay, first of all, telephone? Really? Who the hell is she talking to on the telephone? That obviously must have been put in there for comedic effect, obviously, okay? Because that was just too insane to take serious. But I don't speak for all black families, okay? Because, I grew up with a black grandfather, German grandmother. All my aunts and uncles, my mom were all mixed race and all that. But I got a black side to my family, and I would have never known anything unless my pops told me or whatever. But I didn't hear too many crazy stories, not even ones that I can remember off the top of my head. But when he started out saying black people don't deal with emotional shit too well, I could see that, in some ways. Because black people, in my opinion, because I'm mixed race, so I got a little bit of that in me, but it's like black people seem very, very skeptical about a lot of different things that might have to do with maybe mental illness, maybe, or dealing with vulnerabilities or something like that. I don't know the ins and outs, man, but I could see it. I think to a point I know what he's talking about. But when he did bring up his sister, I swear, no matter, I don't think if it's any other race, I think any other race, it fully, in its entirety, would someone in the family would know sign language if they had a deaf family member. Like, I don't know anything about sign language, to be honest with you. I tried to learn a little bit of it because I did date a deaf girl a long time ago. She was one of the coolest people I ever knew, but I never learned sign language, man. She just really knew how to read lips really well. I don't know if it was like some weird talent, and please, I'm not bullshitting when I tell you she just really knew how to read lips. Every time we talked, she had to look directly at me. But it was just really crazy to know that no one in his family knew sign language, and they just spoke to her in the ways like they was, oh my goodness, that was crazy. You know, but like he said, you know, that if you don't know things that you need to know, you know, to help your family members out who might be dealing with something, a handicap of some kind, yeah, it is going to backfire on you. And to have someone that's deaf in your family, to have that go down is probably insanity. But me, I wouldn't even think about being scared. I mean, because, you know, he's telling a story. I don't know how much of it is accurate or whatever. Don't matter, but because it was still funny as hell. But if I had a daughter, you know, and she was deaf and I caught her having sex, I would handle it the same way. I would just walk right up to her and be like, nah, the end of this shit right here. That is just too funny, man. And like the way he was talking about it is almost like he said, yeah, man, I don't want to get sucked into no, but yeah, I wouldn't care about that because I would know what the deal is, you know. But like I said, this is just comedy, so I'm not going to take anything too seriously, too literally. But that is a crazy ass scenario to be in, because it's like you don't even really think. I don't know if they knew that she had a desire to want to have sex at all. And the fact that her boyfriend was deaf too was even more funny for the story, for the sake of the story. But, you know, like, and what I'm thinking of, at least pertaining to the story, if they're both deaf, why would they even be making any type of like word sounds, you know what I mean? Like that, well, is not technically a word, but yeah, is. But why wouldn't they just make involuntary sounds, you know? Because I do know, and this is not clowning or, you know, just making fun of deaf people, but from my experience and seeing deaf people in my life, some of them don't, they can't, you know, pronunciate words, you know, all that correctly. And they have like usually these sounds because I don't know, I can imagine if you ended up deaf sometime later on in life, as opposed to being born with it, you might be able to still, you know, make sense of what you're saying or whatever. But if you're born with it, yeah, I think that, you know, the sounds like usually just weird. So I'm not even going to try to impersonate any of the sounds because I'm not a comedian and I don't know how to not sound offensive to anybody. But not that I would be worried about that, but still, why would they even saying anything to each other if they couldn't hear anything? And it's like, even if, you know, when he said he was clapping his hands and stomping on the ground, stop this. You figure they would have felt the sounds. I mean, depending on what kind of room they was in. But yeah, that was just like a crazy circumstance right there. But I think it's just, you know, interesting to know that he's talking about black family, right? If I think any other black family that didn't have the issue of having a deaf person in their family and they caught them having sex, oh, somebody would have been getting their ass whooped, like straight up. Like, you know, fisticuff, like, you gonna be fucking at my house? No, hell no. I remember one time my pops caught me with a girl in my room. That was the last time, you know, he caught me. I still snuck in a couple of girls in my room a few times, but yeah, the first time he caught me, man, oh no, it was not a pretty sight. He whooped my ass like there was no tomorrow. They were having sex like no tomorrow. I was getting my ass whooped like there was no tomorrow. Like one of the things that, you know, I say about my pops, he was old school. You know what I mean? There's a lot of things that fly today in this world that were not flown in my house growing up. And I don't understand it personally. I don't know why any parents think that they're so, you know, up with the times that they could just let certain things slide. You know, still some ass whoopings are necessary. Not to like discourage you from like having sex or discourage you from learning things about life, but no, it ain't gonna be happening in my roof. What you think? That I'm babysitting kids having sex? You gotta be kidding me with that. But yeah, man, this is still a crazy story, man. Like, through the water, I don't know why he didn't think of that first, you know, but still, there's like, shot off in each direction, like, no. But here's what's even more funny. Did his sister know that everybody was in the house? That's one thing. And even if she did know, did she even comprehend to think that maybe I shouldn't be making any kind of sounds? Because I imagine that the only reason that that dude David Arnold and his dad heard them is because they were going, yeah. If they wouldn't have said anything, who knows? They might not even gotten caught. But yeah, there's so many different things to think about. My brain just examines too much, probably. You know, I overthink things. You know, my lady says that to me all the time. You overthink things all the time. You're damn right I do. Because a long time ago, I didn't think about anything when I did something. And that kicked my ass a lot too. So I got to think about a lot of different things now just to have it make sense to me and to also make it more funny in my head, you know. That's just how my brain works at least. But very funny story from David Arnold. I don't know how much more stuff he's got out there. If you guys got anything from David Arnold that you like, that you would like me to see, leave some suggestions in the comments. You already know I'd get to it. in good time eventually, and continue to have more good laughs. But this story was insane, and the way he broke it down in there was just too funny, man. Like, if I ever went through something like that, man, I would have a lot more fun with it, probably, just to like be a goofy dude, because that's what I was. I was a goofy ass kid, and if I found something in life that someone deemed forbidden or like too outlandishly crazy or something like that, oh, believe me, I would have fun with it. I would get in trouble, but it would be worth it. But yeah, very funny story. I'm gonna go ahead and cut it off right there. One more time, David Arnold with How My Father and I Caught My Deaf Sister Having Sex. And if you like that reaction, please boom on the like button for me. One more time, subscribe to the channel, ring that bell, and of course, as always, leave a nice comment for your boy. Constructive critiques, leave a nice suggestion or request, and throw a couple zingers at your boy. Friendly dialogue, no drama here, and yes, can't stress that enough. Let's keep it that way. So yeah, this is gonna be Eddie B TV signing off. One more again here. A new start to the stand-up week, and this dude David Arnold, man, I don't know what else he's got out there, and I'll do some more research of my own if he's got some stuff out there. But very funny story. And not only that, it's not like he was just telling the story. The way that he was, his presentation on stage was pretty cool. It wasn't unique to the point where you might talk about some other comedians who you know by name because of how crazy, or you know, they got something specific about them that stands out. But yeah, I definitely like his style up there, and he definitely knows how to tell a story, because this one is pretty damn funny. So yeah, thank y'all for tuning in one more time to this one, man. I had a lot of fun getting to it. In case you guys don't remember, I've always said that if I don't get requests from people that I'll, you know, get to, you know, I like to spread them out a lot more. I used to do a lot more requests from people, but I'm just trying to spread it out enough, a lot more than what I did before. But you guys know that how I pick my comedy titles and stuff like that is based on the titles, pretty much. If it sounds funny, or even if it's really vague sounding, but it might, like, ooh, that sounds like it might be crazy, let's get to it, that's how I pick them. So yeah, just to let y'all know why I might be getting to some things, yeah, now you know. So yeah, like I said, thank y'all for tuning in, and until next reaction, love and appreciate y'all. Peace.